Greetings friends, this is Jason Yeldell, the lead developer for Yeldell Scientific, and we're continuing our discussion on our custom apps optimized for use on the Windows Surface Pro. These apps will work on any Windows laptop, but they have been specifically optimized for use on the Windows Surface Pro series of tablets to give you the best experience. And today we want to go over one of our most recent apps. It's called the Instant Database app. It basically, in a nutshell, allows you to create databases instantly without any knowledge of tables. You don't have to know how to use Access. You don't have to know how to use relational databases or anything of that sort. It's just point and click icons. You can create a database for any industry in less than 1 minute's time. So let's get started. You can download it from YeldellScientific.com. It's available for instant download, and it's actually for free for a limited time, probably for the next month or so. See how many hits we get. But anyway, let's open up this app. I already have it installed on my Windows Surface Pro 4, so I'm going to double click that. Let me just tap it with my finger since I'm using the Windows Surface Pro 4. And it loads Excel in the background. It also uses a little bit of XML, combines all those things together to give you the functionality that you desire. So actually brand this database app to our liking. We can include our own name of the database, an own icon we can put up here. So let's first do that. Let's brand this to our liking. So we go to the admin settings, which we include in all of our apps, and let's choose an image. I'm just going to browse for something I have locally that I just want to represent my database app. I'm going to use the Yeldell Scientific icon. That's fine. And I just call this, Yeldell Database. But you can call it whatever you want. It could be, pharmaceutical client database, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You can create anything you want with it. So let's click save. And now those settings are updated. So now when we get back to the main menu, we see that our branding is applied. We now have access to the Yeldell database. So to create another instance of a database within this app, let's create new database. I'm going to tap that. And now let's give the database a name. Let's call it employee names, right? So this is how you can create a database very quickly. Let's tag it under personnel for searchable metrics. And let's choose an image to represent this database. I think I have a profile image saved. Let's go to my pictures. Let me just type in profile. But you can use anything that you would want. That should be fine. And that's the image that I want to represent my database. Let's say that I want 3 columns in my database, and we'll see how that works. I'll click save. And now for my column 1 of my database, this is what kind of data do you want to actually keep within your database. I'll just say, employee name. That's my first column. Save that. And then the next one is their phone number. And then lastly, I want to know who their supervisor is or whatever. No, let's change it. Let's say location. But you can choose anything you want. So I have 3 columns. Boom, and we're done. So now we have created a database within the system. We can update that database at any time by tapping on View Edit Database. And now we can see all existing databases that we have within the Yeldell database. So I'll just double tap on employee names, and boom, we're inside that database, and we can see that it currently is empty. So let's add a new record. Now also notice how the icon is automatically assigned to this database. It gives it a nice little charm and a nice little feel when you're actually creating these databases, and they're all personalized according to the icon that you choose. So let's say I want to add a new record. I'm going to tap that, and then we can see all the fields are automatically pulled in that we want to capture data on. So employee name, let's say John Doe. Their phone number, let's just do all 5s. And their location, let's say they sit in building 14. And we can save that information, and boom, we have an entry in the database. Let's enter Jane Doe, and her phone number is all 3s, and say that she sits in building 16, and we can save that. Boom, we now have 2 entries, 2 records within our database. If we back out to the main menu, at any time we can perform searches on any entry in any database. So let's just create a search. Let's say we want to search for the word Doe. We know that there's 2 in there, so it should find it. Boom, it finds it instantly. So I'm already, navigating my way through a database. I don't know anything about databases. I hate working in Access, but this is very easy to use. I created a database in less than a couple minutes. I'm able to search against it. I'm able to store data, edit data. Let's go back out. Let's say we want to create an additional database. We can do that, and let's just call this candy, right? And let's tag this as food. Let's choose an image to represent it. Let's go back out. I think I have an image. Let's choose that Kit Kat. That's fine. Number of columns, let's say 2. And this is how another thing you can name. Column 2 is, inventory total. We'll save that. So now we have another database within the system. If we want to edit that database at any time, we just click on View Edit Database. We can go to the database that we recently created called Candy. I'll just double tap on that. It's currently empty, so let's add a new record for it. We see that our icon is loaded, so we know we're in the correct database. Let's add a new record. It will automatically pull in the 2 fields that we said we want to collect data on. So let's say that this one is the item name. Let's call it, Snickers, and let's say that we currently have 1,900 in stock. You can save that. Boom. And instantly we have a database where we can keep track of inventory. It's just that simple. If we want to add another record, let's call this one Skittles, and let's say that we have 500 units in stock, and we're done. It's just so simple that it's not even funny that you can create these databases in minutes and not even know anything about databases. So let's go back out. Let's do a search. Let's just search for Snickers. Boom. We see that we have 1,900 in stock. So it's very simple to use. Your employees will love it. We're continually updating this app, making it more user-friendly, but I'm just kind of curious on seeing how others will use this app. Currently it's in use in a couple of different facilities. 3 big corporations are currently using it, and they're using it in some very fun ways. So I'm curious to see how other people are going to end up using this app. But it works beautifully on the Microsoft Surface Pro, but it will work on any Windows laptop, any Windows PC. You can throw it on Dropbox if you want to make it communal and have everyone feeding entries together. There's a bunch of cool things you can do with it. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.